So talking about James Madison to the program that their former head coach is at, and that is Indiana. We referenced earlier that there would be some former NC State defensive back talk on the show, and Devan Boykin is headed to play for the Hoosiers. This is a guy who actually missed all of last season with an ACL injury that he tore it in prep for the Pop-Tarts Bowl last season. So Indiana losing a lot in the secondary, a lot of experience. And we've said this before with Indiana. We talked about the tight end they picked up the other day, Holden Stays from Tennessee, that early on in Curt Cignetti's tenure, they've done a very, very good job of evaluating portal talent. Obviously, it was a lot of guys they brought with them from James Madison, but it still is a skill to be able to say, look, this guy can play at this school, at this level in our conference. And this is someone in Devan Boykin who, again, missed all of last season. So you don't have that film from last year. But from the season before that, was one of the highest rated players in the country against the run as a safety, according to PFF. So you're kind of betting on him getting back to that level.
Yeah, I think that's what stands out. Having watched this guy in the ACC is the tackling ability. He comes out, he comes up hard. He's very consistent. He's not like someone who's just going for the big hit. He's a form tackler, but he is physical. Also can't pick the ball off. When he was here, he picking off Drake May. Now with the New England Patriots, picking off Clay Klubnik, probably the best quarterback returning in the ACC. So this is a guy who can make plays on the ball, but I do think in the box is going to be where he really thrives. But you look at where he's lined up. This is 2023 numbers: 266 snaps at free safety, 123 snaps at slot corner, and 111 snaps in the box. So he was a Swiss Army knife. He was all over the defense. Indiana stepping up in competition now. The schedule is getting tougher. Obviously they performed admirably last year, but you need to keep growing and developing. Adding a guy like this to fortify your run defense. You lose Sanguinetti, Terry Jones, Sean Asbury. So you need more safety help. There's a proven player, a veteran player who can really help out in multiple spots in your secondary, like the pickup. And again, I think the trademark you will see from this guy is form, tackling, and consistency.
NC State, man, they've lost a lot this offseason, including their defensive coordinator to Marshall.
Yeah, it's strange because it's a program that's been so much about consistency, but having a tough year last year, sort of a disappointing year when you look at the expectations going in, you lose so much. Now it's a program that's really being built around the young quarterback, CJ Bailey. He had interest. People were trying to pull him out of the portal, and he was pretty clear saying, I'm staying here. I'm resigning, build around me. And he's shown a lot of poise, probably more running ability than we expected coming out of high school. He's got great size. The throwing, the motion's ugly, but it gets there. He was pretty effective passing the ball this year, had some big games. So NC State's only going to go as far as CJ Bailey takes him, but you never like to lose veteran talent in the secondary, with Fitzgerald moving on to USC and now losing Boykin to Indiana.